Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Brew. Today, I will be reading from the r/EntitledPeople subreddit, so let's jump into it. Entitled Fiancé gets caught cheating. Good evening, everybody. I hope we are all doing well tonight, and that we all have our favorite snack. Tonight, I bring you the tale of my now ex-fiancé getting caught cheating. Well, I am no longer with him because he cheated on me, and we will call this bastard Jeff. Some background real quick. I have been with Jeff for a while. Him and I have always been side by side. However, I started getting this odd feeling from him. I got a new job where I worked 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. shifts, and I was home more. I was able to see him and be with him more. I was happier. However, Jeff changed instantly. He started hiding his phone from me, and he wouldn't let me look at his phone while he was on it. Even if he wanted to show me something, he would send it instead of showing it to me, even if we were right beside each other. Because of this, I changed my phone password. Because if I can't have his phone info, then he can't have mine. It's a two-way street for me. So when he went to look through my phone one day, he realized I changed the password. Jeff flipped out on me and yelled, cussed, and slammed things around. He accused me of cheating and being with some guy from my new job. I told him that I changed my phone password because he changed his, and I don't feel comfortable with him being able to have access to my phone whenever he wanted. He got pretty mad at me and stormed off. From this moment on, he began to get obsessive and a little crazy with me. He began trying to control me. He didn't like it when I went out with friends. He didn't like it when I talked to my two guy best friends of 6 years. He never had a problem with this before, I will add, but one night, one of them called me because he just got off a Navy tour and was away for 3 to 4 months. He always calls me, Alice, and our friend Joe to tell us he's okay. Jeff flipped out, demanded I never talk to him or all of my other friends ever again because they're apparently out to get us. At this point, the idea of him cheating on me was definitely an idea in my head, and because of his actions, I was working on moving out. And luckily for me, my big brother's roommate moved out, and he offered for me to move in and take over his roommate's lease. As I was planning this, Jeff cheating on me was confirmed one night in bed. Jeff pulled up a picture of his coworker and said, "Look how hot she is." I yawned and said, "Cool," then rolled over and went to sleep. This upset him. He got mad at me for rolling over and going to bed, so he woke me up and started to talk to me about the girl he showed me. "I am trying to show you this girl and you just ignored me. It would be nice if you showed some interest. I just think she's really hot, and you could start to take better care of yourself to look like her. You should start doing squats and eating more salads." I have been struggling with multiple eating disorders since high school. I finally gained some needed weight, and that was his response. At this moment, it took everything in my power not to hit him. However, I had already cut the emotional attachment to him. In that very moment, he was just a roommate. The next night, he was out with his friends. I knew he was with that girl though. My big brother came over and helped me start packing up my stuff to move into his place. A month went by, and this continued to go on. Jeff would tell me to make myself prettier, lose weight, do squats, go get a boob job. I ended up having my headphones in all the time just to ignore him. I would accidentally fall asleep on the couch at my brother's. I even moved my cat to my brother's too, just so I wasn't worried about that. One night though, I got a message through Facebook from a girl I haven't spoken to in years, but she knows of my relationship with Jeff. She then sent me a picture of Jeff and Sarah, the girl he wanted me to look like, walking hand in hand in the city's downtown area. She said he was on a date with the girl, and she low-key followed them for a bit. They went to dinner, got ice cream, and he took her shopping. Everything he didn't like to do with me, actually. I told the girl thank you, and that she is amazing. When Jeff got home from his date, he sat on the couch next to me, and I sent the picture to him. This is how it went. You followed me? No, one of my friends saw you. This is so out of line. That's odd. You need to apologize to me right now. I did nothing wrong. You literally followed me downtown and took pictures of me. Are you stalking me? I was dumbfounded. I just stared at him and realized this was the man I had fallen in love with. This was his true nature. This is how he will always be. And even if he didn't cheat, he would show himself as this eventually. I did not cry. I just sat there staring at him as he insulted me and called me a crazy bitch and blamed me. Jeff then started yelling at me to say something. I sat up and said, "Here is your ring back. You can keep the apartment." I moved in with Kevin. I handed him the ring. I handed him the key. I asked him one last thing. Was it worth it, Jeff? All these years down the drain? Jeff looked at me with a straight face and told me if I had stayed at the hotel job and didn't take the new job, he wouldn't have gotten caught. And I should have stayed at the hotel if I really loved him. I left a hotel job back in May and got a job as a lens cutter at an optician office. I just nodded my head and walked out of the apartment and drove to my brother's. I live with him now. It's been 5 months now since I left Jeff. I ended up casually dating a man I never thought I would date. And to say the least, he has treated me better in one date than Jeff ever did in 4 years. Jeff has seen us out at the bars, and this has resulted in obsessive and frantic phone calls, but he has now been blocked. He won't dare do anything because my new boyfriend is 6'9". I am very happy now. That is the story of how Jeff and I ended, and he turned into a crazy, entitled asshole. If I stayed at the hotel, he wouldn't have gotten caught. Should have stayed if I really loved him. What kind of fucking mental gymnastics did he do to reach that conclusion? And that he was in the right. Jeff is one of those people who thinks they're so fantastic, they should get away with anything they want. And if they don't, it's always someone else's fault. Jeff is a see you next Tuesday. No, Jeff is not a see you next Tuesday. He lacks the depth and warmth required to be a see you next Tuesday. Jeff is an appendix. Sure, he has some function, but nobody really knows what. Can cause severe pain, could explode, and you feel so much better once he's cut out. That is the best and most true statement I've ever heard. Yes, Jeff is a multitude of things, all of which I cannot say or I'll get demonetized. But there's one thing Jeff is for sure, and that is a narcissist. The fact that Jeff blames OP for him cheating and blames their relationship failing on the fact that she caught him cheating is so flabbergasting. I don't even classify Jeff as a real human being at this point. More like a narcissistic robot. Actually, no. That's an insult to robots. He's more like a narcissistic pile of talking garbage. No. That's an insult to garbage. Well, regardless, I hate Jeff, and I hope he dies alone. But anyways, that is all for me today. I hope you enjoyed that Entitled People story. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next Reddit story. Bye!